Did you ever turn Reagan's phone off?
I never touched her phone.
Just checking. I'm gonna ask these questions. Did you delete anything off her phone?
No, I never touched her phone.
Did you delete anything off of your phone?
No.
Alright. Do you have any social media accounts with a false name?
No.
You sure? You don't have any made-up social media accounts?
No, I don't have any social media made-up accounts. I got my Taylor Morton for my Facebook. I got my Instagram that's Tay Way Casey.
You know we do have your phone, right?
Yes.
Okay. And we're gonna be able to find, you know, if there's anything that's made up or real, right? You know that, right?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm asking you one more time. Do you have any made-up accounts?
No, I have no made-up social media accounts.
What about any applications on your phone used for instead of calling someone by your phone number, you actually call someone by a made-up phone number? Tell me about those that's on your phone.
I have a text-free app when my phone got shut off.
Okay. Alright. Did you use it recently?
Did I use it? No. I mean...
You know I know something, right? That's why, hey, a lot of times when I ask you questions, I know the answer. So, have you used the text-free app or any other type of app lately that created a number for you?
Yeah, within the last week.
And what was that about?
Buying hogs.
What are we talking about?
Messaging a guy about buying some hogs over state line.
Tell me about that.
Wade ships hogs over state line and then
So selling the hogs across state lines?
yes.
Okay. You know I know more, right?
Well, why don't you tell me?
I don't need to. I want you to tell me.
No, just tell me.
You wanted to tell him.
Hey, I know more. Alright. You don't have a baby, okay? Tell me more about made-up phone numbers and making phone calls.
And making phone calls.
Mm-hmm.
I have not made any phone calls.
The week prior?
No.
The week prior.
Week.
You had an event that you were supposed to make, but you didn't make it.
One day.
You mean, you look like you want to tell me something, so that's...
Because I want you to tell me. That's why.
Tell you what?
I want you to admit to something that you did prior to this murder.
I didn't do
To
it.
avoid going to get induced. What did you do?
I didn't do anything.
Taylor, listen. Those apps, a lot of people think you can't track them.
You can.
That 100%.
You know how we find an email address?
You look it up.
No. It's so much easier when you just spit things out.
What happened Monday morning?
We had a fire at the house.
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
We had a fire at the house. It woke us up and at like 3 o'clock in the morning.
Okay. What happened then?
Wade got up. We put the fire out.
Mm-hmm. And then what?
Once it was out, we laid back down. I got up once to go check to see if it had sparked back up. It didn't, but we were both in the bed.
Okay.
My dad called me that morning.
Mm-hmm. And?
He was asking to see how I was doing. He
No.
told me that
And
he-
what did you do?
I didn't start that fire.
What did you do after the fire?
We both went back to bed.
A whole nother incident that happened after the fire, after you went back to bed allegedly. What did you do?
I didn't do anything. We went back to bed. Ask him. I was laying right
I
beside
don't need to
him.
ask him, okay? You know I know the answer. You missed something. You couldn't make something that you were supposed to go do. And there's a specific reason why.
We went to sleep and we slept through. We were supposed to go to the hospital at 5.
Yeah, what happened?
We slept through.
What happened to prevent you from going to the hospital, though?
They had a bomb threat.
How did they have a bomb threat? You can admit.
I'm not admitting to
You
anything
can-
I didn't
listen,
do.
Please, you can admit to taking a scalpel and opening a woman up and taking her baby and leaving. Okay, remember, you can admit to that.
Yes, I will admit to something that I
You
did
can
do.
admit to that, but you can't admit to this bomb threat?
No!
Then why is it linked back to you?
I
Are you
don't
telling
know.
me-
I did not.
Did Wade call in a bomb threat?
I would hope to God not.
Well,
We were both in the
does
bed.
Wade ever use your phone?
He has,
Does
yeah.
he ever use your phone, though?
I mean, he has. He's gotten on my phone, yeah.
Okay. Did he use your phone that day?
I don't think so. We were both in the bed with each other. Both our phones were in the bed.
Did he use the phone? Your phone that day?
I'm gonna say no.
Okay. Did you use the phone that day? That morning?
No, I didn't use the phone that morning.
On a made-up number.
No.
And call the hospital.
No.
All right. Well, you do know there's been an investigation on the bomb threat, right?
I knew that
And
because my dad called me that morning and told me.
It's linked back to you. You know that, right?
Oh, goddamn. I did not do that.
Okay.
I
Well,
will admit to something that I did do.
okay. Well, I'm just telling you the evidence is there. It's linked back to you,
What the
and I'm
fuck?
trying to understand why you did it that day.
I didn't.
When you want to talk about it, you let me know. I can understand you
I
not
didn't-
wanting to go to the hospital to induce labor for a
We
baby
had a
that you don't
fucking
have.
house fire that
But
morning.
you got a baby. You don't have a baby. You have an appointment to have a baby removed from you that day.
We did
but
not.
you
It was
can't
supposed to go
make
to the
it.
doctor. It was not going to have a
I
baby
understand-
taken
I
out.
thought we talked about it the other day that you had an appointment to get induced that day, but you couldn't go because your house caught on fire and it was a bomb threat.
It wasn't to be induced. It was supposed to just go to the doctor.
Wade was under the impression that y'all were going to be induced to labor because you had missed several other appointments at hospitals. COVID, they wouldn't take you because you're OB shopping or hopping. You made this appointment Monday to be there early in the morning.
No, we were just supposed to go and see Amanda White was what I told him. We weren't
At
going
5
to...
a.m. in the morning, you were going to see the OB doctor.
No,
Well, that's what you just said. At 5 a.m., you were supposed to be there at 5 a.m. in the morning to see a doctor. There is not no
Well,
doctor.
we were going to get up at 5. But
You
we
said you
slept
had to be
through.
there at 5. There's not one OB doctor in this
We were
nation.
not going to get induced that morning.
That's what Wade said he was under the impression of. He had told
He's
people.
been under the... yeah, he was going around talking about certain stuff.
Who was telling him those? Where was he getting that information? He obviously didn't just make that up.
I just told him we had to go to the doctor. That was all that was said that Monday. But Shit, we had the house fire and we both went back to sleep. We were both in the bed asleep.
What time did y'all wake up?
We got up at like 3 o'clock in the morning. It was a little bit before 3, actually.
Okay.
We put out the fire and we went back to bed. We both went back to bed. We were laying in the bed.
Okay.
Did you call the hospital at all?
No, I did not call the hospital.
Not for the bomb threat, but did you call them at all for anything else? Yes or no? Did you call the hospital for anything else other than the bomb threat?
I did not call.
I'm not saying
The
you
bomb
did.
threat.
I'm not talking about the bomb threat. Did you call them for anything else that day?
I had called, trying to think what it's called. I called from my main number, about getting Maureen McKellar's, telephone number.
Oh,
Just the main, you call the
576?
5. About saying who was on call. But I did not call in a bomb threat. I will say that now. I will say that fucking tomorrow. I will say it 20 years down the road. I did not call in a bomb
The phone
threat.
number you used that day was what?
My phone.
Which was it? 903?
903. My cell phone number.
So we'll be able to check the hospital records and they're going to have that number.
Yes, I called from that
At
number.
what time did you call?
It was probably, it was around 3 something.
3 a.m.?
Maybe. Yes. It was after we had done all the
Fire stuff?
Yeah.
Why did you call? To see who was on call?
Because Wade was up then, and I knew because we had just had the house fire, I was gonna play it off like I was saying who was on call. Because we weren't gonna be going in. I didn't know anything about the fucking bomb threat, okay? Okay? I did not know anything about the fucking bomb threat.
Okay. Well, I'm not making it up.
Well, I'm just telling you. Just.
Okay. You can tell me that all you want.
Oh my god.
But I'm not making it up. Okay.
Okay.
In fact, I'm not making any of this shit up. Alright? There's a knife that was taken out of her neck. I'm not making that up.
I don't think you're making that up.
Okay? So,
But I don't remember doing
you can't talk about it. And I'm not making up the fact that your email is linked to the phone that called the bomb threat in. I'm not making that shit up.
My email?
Yeah, what is your email?
I have 2. At gmail.com and I got yahoo.com.
Which one is the one you use on your phone? What kind of phone do you have?
I have a Samsung Galaxy Note. I use both of them because one I use for like our
But on a Samsung phone, you have to have a Gmail account. So that's the one that your phone.
Yeah, that's the gmail.com. That's the one that's synced to my.
Your Google account.
Correct.
What was that one? The Yahoo? What was it?
At yahoo.com.
Okay. Alright. Well, the Gmail account is tied to the bomb
Oh
threat.
dear fucking God.
So,
Right.
I guess I should have told you what your email was because I already knew it. Because when the investigator called me about it, he said the email is too. I'm like, Taylor Renee Parker.
Yes, yes, that's my email.
Yeah. What's the 90 for? Because you're born in 92, right?
I've just always used 90. My code's 1990.
I know. Why is it 90? What's the significance about 1990? Or 90?
Well, 90 was my number playing sports. I mean,
Okay. I'm just curious. Alright. So,
there must be significance about my.
I'm just trying to understand it, that's all. Not a big deal. So, when we left Reagan's house, do we know what direction of travel and all that stuff, what roads were used?
Yeah, when you left Reagan's house, how did you get from her house out to by Shelton's?
I went by the school.
Which side of the school? The tennis court side or the football field side?
I don't know enough about that school,
Okay.
honestly.
But you went by the
The
school?
one that goes by the hardware.
The Boston Hardware out there? Oh, the one out on 1840?
The one that goes by the square. Where the light is and stuff. where
Okay, yeah. Right there, like, that comes out by Maria's restaurant and all that.
Correct.
Okay. So, you came out from her house, like, if you back out her driveway, you back around to the right, you turn to the left.
Take right.
Well, hang on. So you would take if you back out of her driveway and you go back towards the school, like her house is in that 90-degree curve.
Is this like, this is.
Oh, let me fix this here.
Just that way, yeah, that way we can actually.
Is that the right house?
Yes.
Is that the right? Okay,
Yeah.
okay, because this, alright, this is
Because
where
there's
that
no
car
driveway
was
right
sitting
there,
where the
right?
crackhead house is, okay?
Mhm.
So pull out of the driveway, down, shit, I'm sorry, I really didn't mean to. Down here,
Okay.
zoom out, turn,
So you go by the tennis courts.
okay, so I went by the tennis courts, keep going down. Okay, I went straight
Okay.
on
To
right here,
82.
82.
Okay.
And did you drive anywhere else besides 82 to DeKalb?
No,
And did you stop anywhere?
no, I never stopped.
Alright. So that was. So you left Austin Street and
North Elm.
north on South Elm Street. Basically drove north on
Yes.
Elm Street all the way to 82.
Mhm.
Is that right?
Yeah, that's what she said.
Yeah, because I
there's
went down
82.
the little alley where it comes out by the music parlor.
Yeah. Behind the post office and all that.
Yes.
Alright.
Can I call my mom?
Yeah, we'll get you the phone calls in a minute. Give us a few minutes. You need anything right now? Alright, we'll step out. Give you just a few minutes and
Are they gonna feed me dinner? Cause I'm gonna
we're gonna make sure they have dinner for you, okay? I'll be right back. Huh?
That's on the floor.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab it.
you pick my mask up?
Yeah, it's over for.
Thank you.
Can I please use the restroom?
Yes, we can do that. But first, I'm gonna ask for your consent for a DNA sample, which would be out of your cheek area.
Notice somebody
Okay?
here kills me. It's on file.
Basically, but that's not what's for. What this is consent for analysis. Today is the 14th, 10, 14, 20, that's 452.
Can you do me one favor?
What's that?
Can you see if they can get my medicine? Because I've been without my medicine for...
What medicine is that?
I take butophonol for my migraines. And then I have the Stanol spray, it's 2.5 milligrams. And I've been without it since I lost my insurance, so it's been about 5 to 6 weeks. And my head will not stop hurting.
Okay. Yeah, we'll see what we can do about that, okay?
Please.
Alright, so I need you to read this real quick. This is consent for analysis.
Needed them just
Just
sign it
sign
for
it there,
you.
but it's being duly sworn or warned of all my constitutional rights, that's for the Miranda, okay? And of my rights under Texas law that I do not have to give consent for a sample of blood and or saliva to be taken from my body, and fully understanding that I do not have to give consent for a sample of blood and or saliva to be taken from my person. I hereby freely consent for a sample of blood and or saliva, which we're taking saliva, okay, to be taken from my person. I hereby freely consent for a qualified medical person to take a sample of blood. We're not doing that. We're just doing saliva from my body, and I hereby give this consent without fear, force, persuasion, delusive hope of pardon or coercion of any type. I understand that the sample of blood and or saliva to be taken from my person is for a DNA analysis, and the results from such tests may and will be used against me in prosecution of any criminal charges resulting from this investigation. This written permission is being given by me to the peace officers whose names are signed below as witnesses, voluntarily, without threats or promises. And it says, I, Taylor Parker, and you just signed it. You agree that we can have a specimen? Okay. Alright, got me as a witness. We'll put him as a witness.
If you pop it through the back, it's easier.
Alright. We both have caps on. I'm taking caps off.
Yeah.
And then swab the inside of your left side. I'm going to take your left fingers like this and push against your cheek, okay?
You want me to take my left fingers and push them?
Push against your cheek,
Okay.
open your mouth up. Alright, they're both together.
Left.
And I'm going to rub on the inside of your cheek. Try not to hurt you. Okay. Put these caps back on. I'll go 452. Let's see. How did I do that the other day? I'm just gonna put you in this. Alright, it's TP1. Seal that up. Oh, I get some tape. Okay. So,
Thank you.
Wade, there's a couple things I need to clear up. You mentioned talking to a guy in Oklahoma about selling hogs to. Did you arrange that? And when did you arrange that?
It's been arranged for a few weeks.
And who'd you talk to?
Scott.
Scott who?
I don't know his last name.
Is that Oklahoma?
Yes.
So what day did you arrange that? Do you remember?
It's been over a week, or it's been over.
On that Friday, what day prior to that Friday was it that you arranged that?
It had been 2 weeks prior to that, probably. Because we got rid of one set of hogs to Matt. And we were talking to Scott way prior to Matt.
Did Scott ever tell you that he did not need hogs at that time? He wanted hogs, but you weren't able to provide him with hogs when he needed them. Did he ever tell you that he didn't need them?
Yeah, because, well, no, he didn't say he didn't need them. He just said that the whole, us trying to get a transport license. I mean, it doesn't look good if somebody from Texas is trying to get a transport license because you're not supposed to go over state line with them.
No, that's fine. But it happened, so it's illegal, but it happened.
But when he had messaged me back saying that he would go ahead and take them, I mean.
Okay. According to him, he told you he didn't want them because you couldn't provide them when he needed them. Is that not true?
No, it was just about the transport license. I talked to Nicole, and Nicole said we could get a transport license. We just had to have, I guess, give her like an Oklahoma address.
Okay. But you never got that?
No.
You never got the transport?
No, because he said we didn't need that. He didn't care about the transport license.
Well, I understood that he had talked to you about it, and then the deal kind of fell through.
I mean, no, I wasn't under the consideration it fell through because we were scheduled to go. He wanted them early Friday morning.
Okay. So you set that up? Yes.
Partial, yeah, and then Wade did the rest of it.
What does that mean?
Wade talked to him about bringing them, and that the check needed to go to him. Because the last one, Matt wrote it to me and put it under Taylor Griffin, and he chewed my ass over it. But the check didn't go to him, so.
Okay. Alright, so,
I thought Wade told me on the phone Friday that Matt bought them.
that Matt bought them?
Yeah, that Matt bought his hogs.
And he called you on Friday?
Yeah, he told me that on the phone.
When?
Friday morning, he told me that he was going back and forth between Matt and Scott, but something about Matt had bought the hogs. That was the last thing I knew about
Who
it.
did we get the check from?
Side by side, no. Some extreme shooting sports or something.
That would be Matt.
Okay.
So he told you, what time did he tell you that? On Friday?
He told me that Friday morning. I don't know what time.
That was before the murder?
Afterwards.
What was happening when he told you this in your world? What was going on in your world?
I was at the hospital.
Okay.
Or I was on the way to the hospital, and actually no, I was sitting with Amanda and that other lady in the car.
In whose car?
In Wade's car.
Okay.
Sitting with Amanda and the other lady.
With the DPS officer. With DPS Schaefer.
Shaver. Lee Shaver. Okay. What was the other issue?
So who arranged? You arranged that? You got that deal started with the hogs, and Wade took it over.
Yes.
Is that what, okay. It's not that big a deal. We're not worried about the hogs. We're just trying to figure out where Wade was. So Wade said that when he got there to the hog ranch, that the guy did not know he was coming and was mad that he showed up anyway with those hogs. And Wade claimed that you set all of this up, that he had nothing to do with it. You told him to go take these hogs up there. And
How much was he supposed to get for the hogs?
Like $6,100 from what I understood.
How much did he get?
I don't know. He never told me how much he got paid. How much you get paid for them?
Half of that.
yeah, less than half of that.
Because they didn't need them.
Because they did not know he was coming with those hogs. And he said you set that deal up. He never talked to the guy.
He told me he talked to him Thursday night.
Whether he talked to him or not, the information he gave us at the time was you set it up, and he made the trip, and he showed up, and the guy was shocked that he was there.
I talked to the guy on the phone, and he said that he had already bought like 200 head of hogs that week because you couldn't deliver. And then Wade shows up with 100 and something more hogs, and he had no idea he was coming.
Well, the last Wade told me on the phone was, I was under the assumption Matt bought his hogs. The one that bought our hogs prior.
But Wade did talk, did have transactions or whatever with the guy, communications with the guy prior to him going up there.
Yes, he told me Thursday night he had.
Okay. There was a car seat in Wade's truck. Who put that car seat in there?
Me and him Friday morning
What time was that?
at 3 o'clock in the morning.
And why did you put the car seat in his truck Friday morning at 3 o'clock in the morning?
I put the car seat in there. I put our bathing stuff and all that in there.
But why?
Because we were gonna go to Idabel.
And
Why were you going to Idabel?
I was gonna have a baby, but Reagan was gonna call him and we were gonna just say that I had lost it. That way I didn't have to.
So, you had Wade convinced this entire time you were pregnant.
Yes.
Okay. And Friday morning at 3 a.m., y'all arranged to deliver these hogs. Or he did, y'all did together, whatever. 4 hours away, 3 hours away up in Oklahoma.
That's where we've been going to
Right,
take
I
hogs
understand that.
because prior we
But
were
y'all
going to
arranged
South
that.
Texas.
And you had also arranged to be at Idabel Hospital at 7:30 Friday morning to have your made-up baby. You put a car seat in Wade's truck at 3 o'clock that morning. You had went to Walmart, from my understanding, and bought soap, clothes, nightgowns, pajamas, packed a bag, packed a diaper bag, and told Wade you were going to have this baby. When he unloaded the hogs, he was to meet you at the hospital, right or wrong?
Right.
You made the appointment in Idabel?
I had called and asked them, if somebody that was pregnant, Wade was there when I called at
When
the
was it?
house. That was Wednesday.
Okay, 2 days prior, you called and said what to the hospital?
I asked them if somebody from out of state or whatever come in that was having contractions, would they take them as a patient? And they said yes, that they wouldn't turn anybody away.
Okay. So did you actually schedule an appointment for inducing up there or no?
No, we were just, she said all you had to do was go to the hospital and check in at admissions. You didn't have to have an appointment.
But you didn't necessarily make an appointment, but you called. She said you could just show up, and then you and Wade made an agreement.
I was actually gonna go with him.
But you and Wade made an agreement that when he left the house that morning, you were going to go at around 7:30 to the hospital, check in, start getting all that paperwork process going, because that's what he claimed. And then he was going to go drop these hogs off, pick the money up, and come meet you at the hospital.
Yes.
Okay.
How did you show up? How could you make those plans, first of all, without going to be induced for labor or for the baby?
I was going to tell him I lost it.
Or be in labor, or have contractions. How could you just, hey, let's plan on doing this. This is on Wednesday, but Friday, let's go to the hospital because I'm going to be having contractions?
No, she said you could just show up. They wouldn't turn anybody away. That's why we picked
But
out.
you show up and you're not actually, if you were pregnant, you weren't actually in labor, what would they do?
They would take you to the floor and check you.
But, so what was you going to do then?
I was going to have them send me away and tell Wade that I had lost the baby.
You were going to have who do that?
The hospital. Regardless, I worked in OB. So.
And you just weren't going to talk to Wade again? And you think the doctors were going to go out there and lie on your behalf like that?
It's confidentiality. I've seen plenty of doctors lie for patients.
So you worked in OB before?
But he's the daddy.
It's not
It
confidential.
doesn't matter. That's That's a HIPAA violation.
He's the father, though.
It doesn't matter. If a patient comes into a hospital.
And he said he lost the baby, that's his baby. He's got to have some information.
They will not give it.
Okay, they won't give the information. What was your plan after that? You're going to go in there, tell him I'm not pregnant, I've been lying to my boyfriend. Can y'all go out there and tell him that I lost the baby, and where were you going to go?
I was going to leave and go home. I wasn't even
With
going to have
Wade?
him. No, I wasn't even going to have him meet me there. I was just going to have him go straight home.
Okay. So it sounds to me like, and in my mind, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, it sounds to me like you set this appointment up for Wade to deliver these hogs to get him out of the way. So either you could go make this lie up about losing the baby.
He was to lose the baby.
Okay.
I didn't make it up though.
The whole thing was made up, Taylor.
You needed him out of town.
You needed him out of town so you could go. You were at a crucial moment in your 9 or 10 month life. You either had to have a baby or you had to have a miscarriage. You were at the end of the road.
But you chose to steal a baby.
You went to Reagan's house. You got Wade out of town. You left your house. You went and sat in the church parking lot. You drove to Reagan's house, beat her, and stole her baby, and was on your way to the Ida Bell Hospital with that baby so you could fulfill this year-long lie. And you haven't been truthful about that.
That's not what the plan was.
Reagan.
The plan changed.
So riddle me this. Tell me. Let's back up to when you showed up at Reagan's house. Y'all got into a fight in the garage. Right? As soon as you got there, she grabbed you, y'all got into a fight. That's what you told us. You said this was an entire fight. A fight was the entire time. But you also said, while you're talking to us, that she was talking on the phone to Homer, she was getting ready for work, she was late, she was fixing her hair, straightening it in the bathroom. Y'all are having like a girl's day, drinking coffee, whatever. But you've also said this was a fight the entire time. So I don't understand how y'all got into a fight, y'all got over it, fixing her hair, doing all this. She hit her head on her car, busted it on the concrete. She was bleeding, but then she went in there to fix her hair?
Oh, that was after.
Exactly. And then she was murdered. So y'all got into a fight, y'all made up, fixed her hair, did all that, and you murdered her? Is that what you're saying? Reagan, you haven't, or Taylor, you haven't been being truthful with us. There was a 3-year-old girl in the house that watched this. This family wants answers. And it's time for you to be truthful about what happened.
When I got there, she was in the garage. We were talking. She was folding Kenzie's clothes. She said that she had overslept. We walked back into the house. We were standing there in the hallway in the bathroom. That's when she had turned her straightener on. She was texting Homer and talking. She had said that I wasn't going to be going. I told her I needed to leave. She said, "You're not going anywhere." We walked out to the car and got my bags. We walked up the little driveway into the garage. The garage door was open. She was putting something else in the dryer. And I told her, I said, "I need to go. I don't need to be here right now." And that's when we started the argument and the fighting.
Why did you not need to be there right now? What's that about?
Because I wasn't right in my head.
Because you went over there with the intent to do what?
The whole intent was she told me that she would help me get out of the lie with Wade.
Your intent was what?
Wanting a baby.
Huh?
Wanting a baby.
Your intent was wanting her baby. Right?
You made sure that the hospital would take you in Ida Bell. You got Wade out of town. Wade was gone out of town. You made sure Reagan was at home by talking to her that morning. You went and sat in the church parking lot and contemplated if this was the right thing to do or not. You decided to go over there to her house, and when you got there, you had a scalpel in your purse. No normal person carries a scalpel around with them. Your intent was wanting a baby. Right or wrong?
You went to the house and intended on leaving with that child, were you not?
No, I didn't intend on leaving with
That's
you.
what you just said. Your intent was wanting a baby.
I wanted a baby. I've been wanting a baby for months.
Then why would you kill her and take her baby? Huh?
I didn't want to.
But why did you do it? Why did you kill her? Why did you kill her?
I don't want to see that.
Why did you kill her? And take her baby. Answer that question.
No, I don't want to see those. Please. Please, okay, I don't want to.
Look at me. You can't erase this.
Trust me, I
Right?
know it's in my head.
Her 3-year-old daughter witnessed this. She can't erase that. She has to see it. Why
Her
can't-
mother walked into this house. Jessica walks into this house and sees this. Okay?
The 3-year-old had to walk by that to get out of the house that you left there with her mother dead in the floor. How would you feel if your kids had to live with that memory?
Look at something. Look here. I need to show you something because I need an answer.
No, I don't want to look, please.
Okay? I can see you cut her belly open, right? I know that. But how? Explain this cut right here on her face. Explain it.
That was done with a scalpel. That was determined by a doctor.
Explain it. That's only one of many cuts. Please explain it for me.
I don't remember. I don't want to look at it,
Okay.
please.
There's a knife, a scalpel in her neck.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Explain it.
I don't.
You were there. You did it. Why did you do it? Please explain.
Can you please come off me, please?
Are you going to explain it?
I don't remember. Just slicing and dicing are okay. I don't remember that part. I told you what I remember.
You went there to take her baby. Did you not?
No.
You didn't? Then how in the hell did this happen? If you didn't go there to take her baby.
You made arrangements to take that baby to the hospital prior to doing it. You were headed to the hospital you made the arrangements at.
No, I made arrangements to go to a hospital and for them to see that I was not pregnant. That's what I made arrangements for.
But that's not what happened, and you were going to that same hospital. Tell me why you didn't take that baby to St. Michael's and why you were adamant to the state trooper and the paramedics to not take your baby to a hospital in Texas, not to take it to St. Michael's or Titus Regional. Why were you so adamant to get out of state?
Because I've gone to St. Michael's and Titus.
It doesn't matter. There was a baby laying in your arms lifeless. You were 20 minutes from St. Michael's. You were an hour from Idabel. But you went there and cut that baby out of her, and you felt like you could not go to St. Michael's or you would be caught. You lied to the state trooper. You had every opportunity to tell him that this lady was laying in that house with that done to her, and you didn't do it. She laid there and bled out, and her 3-year-old watched it. Why?
What's wrong with me?
Because why?
Something's wrong with you.
And what's wrong with you? You took that 3-year-old's mother, her baby sister, everything. Why did you go to that house that morning to take that baby?
When did you decide to target this woman?
Ever.
At Brookshire's, when you met her? Well, you befriended her pretty quickly, again. Reacquainted, whatever you want to
She
call
had
it.
been talking to me.
Reconnected.
I didn't target Reagan. Reagan started talking to me.
Okay. When did you decide that she had what you needed?
After we had already fought. I told you what my plan was. But y'all can paint whatever picture you want.
You can't tell me this woman said, take my baby and leave and expect me to believe that.
I swear to God she did. I'd take a polygraph test.
Oh my God.
You took this lady's wedding photos. You took her family pictures. You took pictures of her 3-year-old. This lady trusted you. She trusted you that morning to let you in her house. You went to her house with a diaper bag, went in her house with a diaper bag and a scalpel. You went in there to take that baby. The diaper bag had what you needed for the baby, and the scalpel was what you needed to take the baby. You made arrangements to go to the hospital. You had Wade out of town where you needed him. So what looks like, so you could call in and say, hey, I had the baby, I'm going to the hospital. You got your baby. Wade believed you. You proved all these people wrong that said you were lying for the last 10 months. And you had your aha moment at the expense of that. You had the I proved y'all wrong moment.
Can I please go to the bathroom?
Yep. I'd like for you to discuss, where we're going with this.
I've already did it.
What other questions?
I don't have any. Why did you tell the trooper on the side of the road and the EMTs that was your baby? Tell me that. Because I've watched that video, and that's the most horrific video I've ever watched in my life. Why did you tell that trooper that was your baby? Why did you go to the hospital and pass that baby off as yours? Why did you tell Wade that was your baby if it was not your intent to go take that baby?
So I got a baby.
Because what?
Because you had got a baby. That was your intent that day, was to get a baby.
It wasn't though. I can tell you that Tom blew in the face.
You had got a baby. So let me ask you this, you had got the baby. At what point did you realize that day, I've got a baby, Wade gets to believe me, all his family, we get to prove them wrong and show them that I was really pregnant. At what point, because I know that crossed your mind, at what point did that cross your mind? Was it while you were still there butchering that lady, or was it after you left the house?
I had left.
Do what?
When I had
You had left and you realized that you got to prove all these people wrong and tell Wade that you had his baby girl. Is that what you're telling me? Is that what you're telling me, Taylor?
Oh, please, go to the bathroom.
Can you answer that question real quick? Because I only got one more question. And then we're done. Answer the question.
Is that a yes or a no? Is that what you're telling me? You realize after you got the baby and you left, that's what you just said, you get to tell Wade and prove all these people wrong that you had this baby girl that was a lie for 10 months.
Y'all are gonna paint it how we all want to see it. Okay.
There's no other way to
It's
paint
your story. You tell us.
I know it's painted right here. I know it's painted right there. At what point did that cross your mind? You said when you left the house. You knew that you had fulfilled this entire lie that had went on for all these months. Gender reveal.
I didn't think about that one fucking thing until I was at the hospital. I was thinking about the baby the entire time.
Why did you lie to the trooper on the side of the road? This lady could still have been alive. You said she was alive and talking to you when you left the house. You had just left. Why did you not tell that state trooper? Because you had guilt.
Why did you tell the trooper the baby was yours?
Why did you go tell a doctor at the hospital the baby was yours? Why did you have maternity photos taken a few weeks ago? Why did you have a gender reveal? Why did you have a baby registry at Target? Why did you have a nursery set up in your house ready for this baby to come home?
Because I intended on losing it. Is what I intended.
Why did we get this far in this lie? Why did this go this far?
You shouldn't have.
But why did it? Nobody knows that but you. And I promise you there's millions of people out there that want to know that answer. Why in the month of July, you were asking other mothers about C-sections on Facebook?
Because I had lied and told Wade that the doctor thought I was going to have a C-section.
Why did you tell people you had home health at your house? Why were you walking around for several days on oxygen?
Because I had gone to the doctor because my D timer was high. I've had a pulmonary embolism.
Okay, so you
So
put
do
on
your research and see what my health
You
is
put it
doing.
on Facebook that it was for the baby and you had home health coming to take care of you. Not that it was for a pulmonary embolism. You put it that it was complications for a baby that didn't exist.
Right? Right? Right?
Somebody had asked me about that update on the baby, so I had added the baby in there. It was for me. I've been seeing Dr. Hayes and Hazen, an oncologist and a cardiologist for my heart.
Okay, so why did we lie, change that from I'm having heart issues to I'm having baby problems? Can anybody tell me how bad a C-section is? Why did we do that?
I just asked.
Why? You're the only person that knows that. Taylor.
I asked a question, okay? That you asked me why. I asked the question.
You're so close to telling us what really happened that day. You really are. And I know you are. but for some reason you just won't do it. You've told us that you called the hospital, you arranged to have an appointment to have this baby.
I didn't arrange it. You can't make an appointment for it.
You called the
have to be
hospital
a
and
patient
inquired.
to make an appointment.
It's not funny. It's really not funny. Is that funny?
I'm not looking at it.
Okay, but you're
So I'd
laughing.
appreciate if you got it out of my face.
You got
Please.
Wade out of town. You told him you were going to have this appointment at 7:30 because he believed you set up an appointment. And you drove to this lady's house and did this and headed to the hospital with that baby before Wade could get back in town. Why did you do that? You took a scalpel. Why did you take a scalpel with you?
I always have a scalpel and a nylon thread suture. We've always had that. Wade carries it around in his fucking truck. Does it mean he's gonna chop somebody up?
No, that's
Please
in his
answer that question.
That's in his truck. He didn't take it in a house with a murder scene. He didn't take it in a house where it was shoved down somebody's neck. Answer that question.
Please go to the bathroom.
One more thing. You're going to see, not today, but one day, you're going to see Reagan's mother. You're going to see Homer. If you could see them right now, what would you tell them?
I'm sorry for what I did.
Are you?
Yes.
And why?
I've never hurt anybody, okay?
And why are you?
Ever.
Why are you sorry?
Because Ray was such a good person and I should've...
What
It
would you?
should have never happened. I should have never lied.
That's true. My question was, what would you do different?
Never lied.
You just answered it. Anything else?
Why, when y'all had the fight and you saw that she was down and out, for lack of better terms, and she told you she knew she was going to die, you had a cell phone at that house. Why did you not call for help? Explain that. Instead of calling for help for her and that baby, you cut the baby out of her. And in your mind, you thought you could make it to the Idabel hospital with that baby and potentially, like you said a while ago, prove everybody wrong. You had this baby, and you got to live happily ever after with her baby. Why did you not call for help?
I wish I would have.
Why did you not?
I can't answer that.
Can you answer the fact that, did you know she needed help? Did Reagan need help? Yes or no? That's easy. Did Reagan need help, yes or no?
If it's easy, why would you ask me?
Answer the question, because I need to hear how you're thinking. Did Reagan need help?
I should have helped her.
Did she need help?
Beyond what you could provide.
Yes or no? Did Reagan need help, yes or no?
Please be done.
We're done, but did Reagan need help, yes or no? Did she need help, Taylor? Are you a monster?
Should have helped her.
You should have helped her. But did she need help beyond what you could help her with? Okay? What about the baby? Did the baby need help? That you couldn't provide her. But could you provide help with that baby? The help that she needed to survive?
No, I couldn't help. Couldn't do it myself.
But why didn't you call 911 from the house? From Reagan's house?
I don't know.
Because you needed to leave?
You needed to get the Idabel to fulfill your year-long lie and fantasy of having Wade's baby girl. That's what you needed. Is that not what you needed? Because it sure looks like that's what you chose.
I wish I would have never lied.
I just want to know one thing. How did you ever think that this plan was going to work out without you getting caught? How did you think this was ever going to work?
I never planned on doing this.
At the point that it happened,
I knew
and-
I was gonna be caught.
and you said you told me you got to prove everybody wrong. You had this baby girl that you wanted to have and lied about having. When you were driving to the hospital not getting that baby medical attention, how did you think this was ever going to work out?
Was it?
Then why did you think it was? Why did you do what you did? That's what we want to know. Why you did what you did.
I don't know why I did it. I don't.
I don't have anything else.
Alright, I'm done. 5:40 p.m. We'll get you to the restroom. We'll get you booked in. We do need to get some, if you don't mind, some fingerprints from you up here. We'll get you to the restroom first and then get you printed, okay? And then they're probably going to print you in the jail too, okay? So, alright, it's 5:40. We are done.